because I'm part of y'all's district, and that's why I'm welcoming y'all again. I'll try to be brief, and I'll try not to say too much stupid stuff. But I want to encourage y'all after we speak and mingle around, make sure y'all get some cookies and punch, because y'all might need a little bit of nourishment. But I appreciate this opportunity to be in front of y'all. As all of y'all know, I'm from Williston. I was born and raised over there. My father was a minister and my mother was a teacher's aide. I came over here, hired sight unseen by Danny Atkins and Richard Huggins, based on a reference from Jeff Steele. And I know some of y'all know Jeff. He was from Blythe. They said that Danny was looking for a social studies teacher, and Jeff said, I've got somebody. I did an in-depth evaluation over at Barnwell High School, and I know just the person. Now, Danny didn't know that Jeff had been my Sunday school teacher over in Williston, but they hired me sight unseen. And I can remember coming up here for my interview with Mr. Huggins, and Mr. Huggins saying, Mr. Carter, do you have any other offers? And I said, well, Mr. Huggins, I've got an interview at York next week. He said, well, I'm going to tell you something, son. He said, that's a good district. I worked there, and I don't think Richard Huggins ever worked in York. But he said, that's a good district. And I ain't going to lie to you, it's a good district. But this district is as good as any other district in the state. As most of y'all know, I took the job. I taught civics and U.S. history and world history. And I see some of my students in this will have a quiz at the end. And I'll be honest with you, I fell in love with kids. I fell in love with the community. I was a young guy. And I was single. And, I thought a couple of years I'll be moving on to bigger and better things. And I absolutely fell in love with this community and fell in love with the kids. I was at the high school for 12 years. I was assistant principal for 4 of those years. I was transportation supervisor, Troy. I became principal of the junior high school in 2000, and I came up to the district office in January of 2006. So I've been here 10 years. Y'all, I would hope that everybody in this room that knows me, that have worked with me or were in my classroom, knows how I feel about the school district. I'm probably not perfect, although my sister and wife say I am. But I do have the best interest of our children. I have great faith in Blythe Public Schools. My 3 boys graduated from Blythe Public Schools. And I think of all the wonderful things, and Dr. Cobb, you talked about the most wonderful people. They are the most wonderful people. Whoever becomes superintendent, we're going to emphasize to y'all how wonderful these teachers are. I can remember my middle son going to school the first day of school, and his mama crying and carrying him on, and told me to go down there and go check on him and hold his hand. But I didn't have to do that because I knew Tina Sandlin was going to do that if he needed his hand held. And I think of the people that have held my children's hand, Chelsea, and I think of Miss Nair, checking on my youngest son, even though he's in college. You can't ask for a better group of people to look after your children. And I want to be part of that and lead this district to greatness. I want us to become great again. And that's why I'm here. this community, you know, needs to be built up. And our school needs to be built up. You know, we need to make some changes. And I want to be part of that. I feel like I already know what needs to be done. And that's why I have put in for superintendent. You know, I appreciate y'all's support. You know, I put in my application for superintendent, and I was just overwhelmed that I became semifinals. I told my wife, I said, golly, you know what, I've never been picked for anything. Not even the baseball team when I was little. And for the school board to actually select me as a finalist, that's probably got to be the best compliment of the work. You know, we go along, you know, in our work, and you know, we like to be recognized sometimes, but you never know how you affect people until you're selected for something like this. And I really appreciate it. I thank the board for just getting this far in the process. And I thank all of y'all, because I know that, you know, many of the people in this room have been supportive of me my whole career. From the time I was a classroom teacher, teaching civics and geography, all through my tenure as assistant principal, all through my tenure as principal, and all through my tenure as district office. So I really, really appreciate everything that y'all have done. Thank y'all.